Hello everybody and welcome to the Premier League Weekly News, the series where it's just about the Premier League and not my usual singing squads and FIFA survivals and stuff like that. And so basically, this week is actually in Premier League news. It's absolutely crazy. I think it's going to be over 10 minutes long unless I can shorten it somehow. But you really want to listen to half the stuff here because it is a lot of transfer news, but also some other news that isn't transfer news. We'll start with, of course, the stuff that isn't transfer news, and mainly the thing on the top of the agenda is Terry denies racist comments in the courts, and the trial has actually continued today, and I haven't seen any news on it today. So unfortunately I cannot talk about that. So yeah, I don't know what to say about the Terry denies racist comments, but if he has, then should he be punished? It's not for me to say, really. It's not for anyone to say apart from the courts. So we'll see how that goes down. Might have some news next week, but of course today I couldn't find the news on it, so we're going to have to wait. And then the other thing out of transfer news is that Manchester City have announced that Roberto Mancini has agreed a new deal to remain as manager at the Etihad Stadium until 2017, so that is really good. I think he's probably going to stay until then. Definitely won't be let off early, especially if Man City do win a major cup next season as well. But into transfers now, and I'm going to start with a few of the major ones. The first one is Tarat signs a new contract for QPR until 2016. So, QPR are maintaining their players that are good. We'll see how they do next season. I do feel like, in my own opinion, though, that they're going to get relegated. I don't really think they deserve to stay up this season either. The next one is that Modric looks likely to leave. Andre Villas-Boas revealed that he will go if the right price is to come in for him. And if he does go, João Moutinho could possibly come in to replace him. So Spurs are looking to get João Moutinho, but I think they'll be striving for him more, assuming that Modric does leave. And I think he is going to go, to be honest. He said, he also did say that he wants to leave, so he's going to be trying to. He's going to be talking to a lot of clubs, allowing these rumours to spread. The next one is Hulk says he's focusing on Brazil at the moment, and he dismisses rumours that he's in talks with Chelsea. So I can really see him signing with Chelsea this season. I can honestly say that it's probably the most likely outcome. But if he doesn't, then don't take me by my own word. Just make sure you keep an eye on Chelsea. Their team's going to be absolutely sick next season, honestly. It's going to be so cool to see see all the new squads, to be honest. There's a lot of transfer action at the moment. So the next thing is actually about Ron Van Persie. Last week that he said why I'd not sign a new contract, basically. And now he's saying that he may sign a new contract. So yeah, another thing about Ron Van Persie's PSG, the French league team, say they're not going to. The throwaway rumours about them wanting to buy him. Juventus are apparently chasing the striker. They seem to want him. So assuming that he doesn't sign a new contract, you may see him at Juventus next season. It would be a really good buy for them, of course, because winners of the Serie A this season. So we'll see how he does. Or we'll see if he does go to them. And also, Kolo Touré, the Man City defender, says he would be a great help for them next season. So you never know, you could see him at Man City or Juventus. I'm thinking if he does go to a club, I think it's going to be more likely to be Juventus. I don't know. He may want to stay in English football, so maybe Man City. But the next one is Park Ji-sung signs for QPR on a 2-year contract. Honestly, this was out of the blue. Where did this come from? It must have just been like, oh yeah, do you want to come to QPR? Okay, yep, come. So you'll see Park Ji-sung at QPR next season, which is why I said about him. QPR possibly staying up, but most likely to be going down next season still. But they are bringing in new people to fill in the spaces. Vertonghen has agreed finally for a deal with Spurs for a move from Ajax, and that'll be done after his medical, of course, assuming that's good. So finally, after 4 weeks now of this show, everyone about Vertonghen, and now he's finally off to Spurs. It's confirmed as long as his medical is fine. So you'll see him at Spurs next season. It'll be really good, to be honest, and that'll be a good thing to watch them Spurs. The next one is an international, the Liga do Brazil team, I think it is, say they have no bids for their player Oscar. However, they do not rule out a move for him because Oscar's agent claim Chelsea bid just under 20 million for the Brazilian international, or the Brazilian player for international. ABB for Spurs apparently said he was in their main target this summer. However, still no agreement between the two clubs. Also, Oscar has said that he will stay at international, but I don't really see that happening, to be honest, because the amount of clubs that are after him apparently now. So Chelsea, and Spurs, so I can't see him saying Liga de Brazil. He'll want to get to English football, you know he will. And the possibility of Carroll to be loaned out this season, where has that come from? That is just a surprise. And guess who at the team? It's AC Milan, rumoured to be interested. Of course, their league is probably developed for big players like Carroll, so you don't usually see English players in other leagues at all. So to see an English player in another league will be crazy. I can't imagine Carroll going though, but if he does, you know, it'll be fun to see. And the next one is Chelsea's bid for Andre Schürrle has been rejected by Bayer Leverkusen. They bidded over 16 million for him, which is pretty crazy for him. So it depends if Chelsea's going to go high with that bid, and maybe over 20 million. I can't see him going for any more than 20 million. I wouldn't pay more than 20 million for him. So if Chelsea is stupid, then they probably will. So Hulk, Hazard, possibly Schürrle. They've got a good squad going on. The next one is Martinez says he wants to add at least 3 new players to Wigan's squad. I suppose you've noticed that Wigan have not been on any of the rumours at all, and that's the first thing we've ever heard about them this season. So they're going to strengthen the squad a little bit, but they're obviously not. They're not involving themselves with rumours and people that are saying, "Oh my God, Wigan are buying 10 players this season." No, they're just saying they want to have 3 players. They did do good last season, so 3 new players. It'll spice up the squad a little bit, add a bit of variety in there. And the next one is, we already knew Pardew, the Newcastle manager, wants to keep as many of his players as possible last week. We found that out. But he says the most important player, the one he's determined to keep, is Demba Ba, which is the one I wanted to keep as well. Or maybe Papi as well. And to be honest, all the players are beasts, so for him to say that, it's a bit silly really. Just try and keep as many players as you can, Pardew. Nani is very happy at Man U and says they are in talks for a new contract. Not major news, but just a little bit of news for Man United. And one of the ones, this one's pretty funny. West Brom will have to part with 3 million if they want to sign Ruben Kazan, I think it is, striker for, the Ruben Kazan striker, Obafemi Martins. And that's a really good price for him, I think. 3 million for Obafemi Martins. Hello, I think I'd be happy to pay that, to be honest. That's why I thought it was funny. I'd be paying 5 million, a bit more for him maybe. But I suppose it's because it's the Russian league. Your prices are going to be a bit less because their league isn't as good as ours. And the last one on my list is actually about Aquilani again, Alberto Aquilani, the AC Milan midfielder. He's set to make a return to Liverpool after failing to get a permanent move away from his club. You remember last week that it was probably nearly set that he was going to be making a return to Liverpool, but now it's pretty much it's done. Come back to Liverpool, Aquilani, and try and score some goals over here instead of in the Serie A. And that is actually it for the Premier League weekly news this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the news. It was a crazy week. We've actually done it in under 10 minutes. So that was really good for me. If you did enjoy it, please remember to rate it. And if you're new here, subscribe. The subscribers we've got lately blow my mind. In the past week, 150 of you have come over and clicked subscribe. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you do like it. It's a bit of a normal commentary from me. But this is a series I do weekly as well, just to do a little bit of difference. And this game you was watching in the background as well was against Tosh. So you, of course, probably know who he is. So thanks, Tosh, for the gameplay. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching and have a great day.